all public information, you submit your data. I don't think that's on the paper matter, so I think that's on the agenda. Anytime you just stop and
Call to order Rankin City Council, Monday, June 12th. Roll call, Mr. Scott.
Here.
Mr. Broward. Mr. Blackwell. Here. Ms. Taylor. Here. Mr. Kirk. Here. Mr. Blackwell, would you lead us in our invocation and pledge, please?
Let us pray. Lord, thank you for allowing us to gather today and discuss the city's business and take care of the citizens of Rankin. Be with us as we make these decisions concerning the citizens of Rankin. We ask that you be with our police, fire, and other civil servant people as they go about their daily tasks. Be with us as we make these hard decisions for the city. All these things we ask in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, at this time, I'm going to ask for a motion to approve our agenda. A couple of changes, if we could make to the agenda. First of all, item 4, old business. I'd like to move that to the front of old business. So that would be the first item that we address in old business. And then in addition to the agenda would be item 4A under new business, would be acceptance of Damon Ron resignation from Rankin City Council effective June 2nd, 2023.
Now, from an order, offer motion to approve with necessary changes that were noted.
Second.
There's a motion by Mr. Scott, second by Mr. Blackwell to approve the agenda with the noted changes. Any other questions or discussion? Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Blackwell?
Yes.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Kirk?
Yes.
First item is the approval of the council minutes of the meeting of May 22nd, 2023. Were there any corrections or changes found to be necessary?
I make a motion to approve the minutes of May 22nd.
Second.
Have a motion by Mr. Kirkland, second by Mr. Scott to approve the council minutes of May the 22nd, 2023. Any other question or discussion? Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Blackwell?
Yes.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Kirk?
Yes.
All right, as we go into our agenda items now, if you are here to speak in regards to a particular item on the agenda, you will have that opportunity when that item comes up. If you would, when you have your comments, come to the podium, state your name and address, and you'll be able to make comments at that time. At this time, I'm going to turn our meeting over to our public hearing officer, Mr. Raymond Dickey.
Thank you, Mayor. We'll open a public hearing on a petition filed by Lawrence Alexander Homes LLC on behalf of Maui Plaza LLC, requesting a variance to reduce the minimum width of each lot within a proposed 35 lot single family subdivision. The property is located at 1678 Fort Howard Road and is zoned R4, single family residential, parcel number 04630029. And Ms. Lewis, the property has been properly marked with the proper zoning verbiage, is that correct?
That's correct.
And the property owners within the required distance have been notified by mail
Yes.
of this hearing?
They have.
And it has been advertised in the legal order of the county, is that correct?
That's correct.
Thank you, ma'am. That being the case, is anyone here on behalf of the petition? If you'll step to the podium, sir, state your name and your address.
Good evening, my name is Alex Long. I'm a resident of Rincon. What we have before you today is a proposal to reduce the road frontage on a R4 property in the 35 lot subdivision. I think one of the key things to understand here, or one of the key points for this, is that we're not asking to reduce the actual lot width. I mean, the actual overall size of the lots under R4, so 12,000 is your square foot minimum under R4. What we're asking is to reduce the road frontage to 85 foot instead of the required 100, so that we can work within the wetlands that are on the property and not have to impact those other than what's at the, for the road that would go through the property. So by reducing it to 85 foot in the front, we're also expanding it in the back to keep the lot requirements under the R4 zoning. We've worked with staff and feel like what we have before you today is a good combination of what staff wanted to see and what we were able to, work within the engineers and come up with. Our hardship on the variance is obviously the wetlands that run through the middle of the property. By adjusting the lot width from 100 to 85, we would greatly reduce the amount of wetlands that are impacted, or that we would, be required to buy credits to impact. It's almost a little over 2 acres. If we go without the variance, we're minimize it to less than 1/10 of an acre. By doing that, which doesn't require any mitigation with the core or anything like that. So if you have any questions for me.
The planning and zoning, do they have any recommendations or comments?
The Planning and Zoning Board met and voted 6-0 to recommend approval with the condition that wetland areas 1 and 2 not be disturbed except for the 0.094 acres that are needed for the road.
Does mayor and council have any questions?
And this is just for the road frontage facing Fort Howard Road?
No, this would be to all 35 lots. So instead of each lot being 100 foot wide from lot to lot, they would be 85 foot wide.
From lot to lot.
Correct.
But that would not be on Fort Howard, right? That would be the.
No, it would be an internal road, correct. I don't know if you have the sketch plan in front of you
I
in
do not.
the packet.
But the road, what is gonna be the frontage for Fort Howard Road? Is that 85 feet as well?
But are you talking about the buffer?
Yeah, when you turn into the subdivision, what's from the front to the road? Is that 85 feet?
Well,
or-
from the first lot, I believe it's a 30 or 35 foot buffer. Terry, do you have with you with the plan that we submitted?
Y'all can't put it on the TV?
It's a 20-foot buffer along Fort Howard Road.
Which is what's in the R4 ordinance.
So the lot size is not actually square footage wise changing,
Correct.
just
Some of them are actually larger.
so the depth is getting deep, they're getting deeper.
Correct.
So the buffer on each side of the development, will it be reduced or
It
will?
will stay the same. So I mean, the buffer that's required under the R4 for residential to residential will still be there. That's not changing or anything. What's just changing is the dimensions of the lot from, instead of being 100 by 120, some of those are now 85 and are longer than 120. Some of them are larger than that, but at minimum, they exceed that to still be at 12,000 square foot minimum, which is what R4 requires. So we're not asking to reduce the overall lot size. We're just asking to reconfigure the lot so that we can work within the wetlands that are on the property.
I'm still confused. Okay, so we're not, in our R4, it calls for a minimum, a certain amount of square footage.
Correct.
Normally it gives you 100 by, what, 100
120, which would be at 12,000 square foot.
square feet. But
Yes,
we're
sir.
saying, the classification in on R4 requires those square footage.
Yes, sir. 12,000 square foot.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
now if you're going to 80 by 80,
No, it's not 80 by 80. It's 85 there. We're going
85
long,
there.
we're going longer than that to keep the
so
minimum
what
at
the
least,
depth, what we're looking at on the depth, the average depth?
whatever it comes to. It's on the plan.
Terry, do you
They
look at-
exceed
you look
the
at-
120.
Have you looked at, go ahead, Terry, let me see what you got.
I was gonna say, do you want me to pass this around to everybody?
Well, we can't. Where did our technology go?
Apologize.
questions Mr. Kirkland was asking, and I guess, let me ask it again, maybe for clarification. He was asking in regards to properties owned facing Fort Howard. There will not be any of these properties facing
No,
Fort
no, no,
Howard, right?
correct. The entrances or driveways would be on the interior road of the subdivision. None of the properties would exit or enter off of Fort Howard.
Make a motion to approve. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. I forgot.
I like where your head's at there.
Ms. Lewis, what is our frontage on R5s? It's 80, I believe, isn't it? Is that right?
It's 85 in R5 and 100 in R4.
And that's my thought, I'm concerned about changing, setting a precedent in all four, instead of variance, look at the change, that's basically what we're doing. We're looking at a zoning change, actually.
No, sir, because under R5, and I just, under R5, I would be able to go to a 10,000 square foot, I believe it's 10,000 square foot lot. Or I know 8,500 square foot lot, it'd be 85 by 100.
Yeah,
So we're
on
still,
R5, that's what I'm saying,
under
it
R5.
decreases, you're still decreasing the lots.
but I'm not. No, sir, 12,000 square foot is what's R4, and we're still 12,000 square foot or larger on every one of those lots. So we're not decreasing the lot size. So 8,500 is what's under R5. Yes, we are asking for the same 85-foot frontage there, but we're not actually decreasing the overall lot size. Our lot sizes still remain at or greater than what the
And
R4.
what is your, what is your side setback?
It's on there.
Each of them.
It's right here. It's listed in here. The side setbacks remain the R4 setbacks. So the setbacks, front, back, side, all remain with the same as what's R4. The only variance we're requesting is that difference in the frontage so that we can, but
So
all
making it
the,
up in the depth.
yes, sir.
And I think the impact, as I understand it, is primarily to address the wetlands and
Right.
try to
Preserve that.
let the property accommodate that.
Correct. But like Mr. Scott asked, I mean, our front side setbacks, they don't change, so we're not asking to reduce those. Just because we're reducing the lots, we're not asking to reduce the side setbacks or anything like that. So we're able to accommodate the house plans that we have under R4 and the 100-foot, we're able to accommodate those under the 85-foot.
And the reason I ask that, because of the insurance rate, it will affect, the side setbacks affect your insurance rate.
Any other questions or comments from mayor and council? All right, is there anyone from the public that would like to speak on behalf of this proposal? Any comments, questions, or statements? Is there anyone here that would like to speak against this proposal? Comments, questions? Okay, there being none, I'll close that public hearing, Mayor.
Okay.
And,
And if you will, continue with public hearing number 2.
thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Long.
All right, we'll open a public hearing on a petition filed by Richard and Geraldine Bussey requesting a variance to build a screened-in room within the required 25-foot rear setback. The property is located at 213 St. Andrews Road. It is zoned MX2, which is Planned Unit Developments, Mixed Development. Parcel number 2470229. That being said, Ms. Lewis's property was properly marked with the zoning
It was.
request. Property owners surrounding were notified by mail,
They were,
and it was advertised in legal, is that correct?
that's correct.
Okay. Are the applicants here or someone on their behalf? Yes, sir. If you'll come to the front and state your name and the address for us, sir.
Yeah, it's Richard Bussey, 213 St. Andrews Road.
Okay. If you'll just explain to council what you're
Oh,
requesting.
what we want to do is put a screened-in porch on an existing patio that's within those dimensions. It's there, it's been there since we bought the house. It was built that way. So the patio itself is within that variance. And all we want to do is put a screened-in room on there. It's a simple one, it's all aluminum stuff, it's not fancy with, you know, wood and all that and everything, so. Just something to go sit outside and not be bugged. Now, we moved down here from Illinois in November and we're enjoying it, but we want to sit out there now that summer's coming and we can go out in the back.
You didn't know about our bugs, did you?
No, well, my daughter lives down here and she told me about them, but,
But you came anyway.
oh yeah. I gotta wait for winter.
With the screened-in portion's gonna have a roof over it,
Oh, yeah, it'll have a roof.
and it will be attached to your primary residence.
Yeah, I think they do attach it to the house, so they seal it up and all that stuff.
the only
I mean,
thing
it's
you're gonna
not
have-
something that's loose and, you know, my neighbor has one right next door. I don't know if they give you
We saw.
like
some.
pictures of all that.
Yours gonna be
Yeah.
very similar to that.
Yeah,